Hey guys, today we have a brand new Minimates review. Today we have the Marvel Minimates Wave 67, War-Torn Iron Man, and War-Torn Captain America. And you may be asking, why are these two figures loose? Well, so I wanted to use these figures as just sort of a PSA, I guess. Okay, real talk, I just bought this pack from Luke's Toy Store because if you bought the figures loose and separate, they were $2 on sale, and I was like, $4 total? Okay. So, Luke's Toy Store, where I buy almost all my Minimates, you can actually buy individual Minimates loose, which is nice, and they were having a sale, and these guys were just $2 a piece. Alright. I did not complain. So, no box, because I like cheap Minimates, and you know what? I think that is a justifiable reason to not have the box. But if you really want to see the box, here's what it looks like. There's some promo art from DST's Facebook page. And if you really want to see what the packaging looks like in full, I do have the Black Widow and Crossbones pack, because it was like a 20 or I think like a 30-cent difference between buying the two figures individually or the boxed version. So I will be talking about this pack soon. Unfortunately, I don't know when I'll look at the variant because I'm still trying to hunt down Sharon Carter. I do have Secretary Ross though. So this is what the box basically looks like. You know, you got the characters on the side like usual, and then on a roster, there's a really cool roster, a lot better in my opinion than the one previous. Because we've got Sharon Carter, Agent 13. We've got a cool-looking mercenary, Secretary Ross. Black Widow, Crossbones, we got a villain, and War-Torn Cap and Iron Man. I'll be honest, these two look a lot better than the default versions. Because, like, it would make sense that they're all beat up and fighting, because they fight for the whole movie. Just saying. So, I guess let's get into the review. Let's begin. War-Torn Iron Man. Ever since an incident overseas inspired him to create an invincible suit of armor, the eccentric billionaire inventor Tony Stark has dedicated his life to using his advanced technology to protect the world. The chief source of funding and equipment for the Avengers, Stark still finds time to suit up and join Earth's mightiest heroes as Iron Man. War-Torn Captain America. Augmented by a unique super soldier serum during World War II, war hero Steve Rogers was preserved in Arctic ice for decades. After his revival and reintroduction to modern society, the legendary Captain America found a second calling in life, combating evil and tyranny along his fellow heroes as leader of the Avengers. First up we have War-Torn Iron Man. Alright, so Tony. I'm going to be honest, for some odd reason, I like this figure a bit more than the undamaged version. Quickly, let's just take a look at both versions of Mr. Stark. So, Tony comes unmasked, so I guess the default look is just the unmasked. The red is definitely brighter on this one. I hate these arms. Like, please stop using them. I know they look nice, but like, I can't move them. Other than that, the main difference is just like, this one's battered up. A lot of mud and scrapings all over. Man, I just want to say one thing. I'm disappointed that I guess they can't show blood on Minimates. At least with Marvel stuff, because hey, it's for kids. It's like, gotta be family friendly. So, you know, just slap some mud and dirt on the figure. But like, if this was like blood on Tony, probably this might want to stay like murky dirt and stuff, because that would be really weird, just all this blood on his feet. But I mean like on his face, and you've got like this black splodge that could be blood. But like, why not just make it red? I understand it's for kids, whatever. Still, it's really lame. Printing is nice though. You got the arc reactor. No splatting on... No damage on his arms or on his back. That's weird. A little disappointing. I do like how messed up his feet are. I do think that's nice. And his legs do have minimal battering. Really, the best thing is his face. And it's good because, like, they could have just taken the one from the normal Iron Man, but it's actually a different face. That's pretty cool. So, I like it. You know, it's nice and it looks a little more unique, I guess. And articulation-wise, Iron Man can move his legs and his knees. Wow. Just can't move his arms, though. Like, look at that. Wow. Like, seriously, guys, please get on that. You've had this problem since Iron Man 3. 3 years. Disappointing. Otherwise, accessory-wise, he does come with a display stand. Unfortunately, I'm going to assume if you buy loose from Luke's Toy Store, you do sacrifice the stand, because mine didn't come with one, so I think that's the norm. It does come with a flight stand, though, which is nice. And a battle-damaged helmet, which I thought was a nice touch, because it could have just been a normal one. But instead, he's beat up. I like it. Makes him seem grumpy. Overall, War-Torn Iron Man is pretty good. I hate his arms, though. Next up, we have War-Torn Captain America. Alright, it's Cap. Cool. So let's quickly take a look at both Cap and Cap. So the first thing I noticed is that on the War-Torn version, the straps are a lot brighter, or at least more brown, than these sort of gray-brown ones on the normal version. And it looks like the coloring is about the same. This one looks a little more blue, if that makes sense. And yeah, that's about it. I do like, again, how they have different faces, because on the normal one, grimacing, this one's just screaming. He's very upset. Like, this is how you want to do a battle-damaged figure. Like, new expression, all beat up, though definitely on this guy, this should have been blood, this should have been, I don't know, maybe dirt. This would have been awesome, though, if it was just like a blood splatter. Am I being too dark? I mean, these are toys that say, like, 7 and up on it, but it is nice. Unfortunately, the only real battle damage is his face, his torso, his legs on the front, not even on the back of his torso. Back of his legs, though. So, let's get looking. So it seems like all they really did was just take the torso print from the first one and sort of just add some scrapes in a brown splotch. Same thing kind of down here. I guess that's just so they can save on, like, designing a figure, because this is, like, really easy to make. I do appreciate it's consistent, though, going down his leg, and that his feet are just completely brown. Though, like, the final battle, I assume... Is it a spoiler to talk about a comic book movie? I mean, like, the final battle took place in, like, the middle of the Arctic, where it was snowing and cold. I don't know where they're getting all this mud from. Like, the fight between the two, like, forces was at an airport on, like, concrete. So, it seems like they kind of just went up with their own design for this battle damage. I'm sorry, war-torn. I don't know. It's neat, but it doesn't really work with the movie, because if you're thinking about where they fought, it doesn't really work. And again, these brown splotches on his face, I would have liked if they were, I don't know, not there. A little more bloody. He does have a little streak of blood on his face, but it's like black. That's weird. So maybe I should take my statement back about, like, no blood on Minimates. But like that's not enough. I don't know. I do like how it's just a different print, though, because they really could have just reused the first one and have been done with it, but they didn't. So articulation-wise, Cap, full range of movement here. He can actually move his arms. Accessory-wise, again, he's supposed to come with a display stand. And he has a helmet. There's no, like, damage on it. It's just Cap's helmet. So if you really want to have him, like, masked up, I guess you can. For some reason, though, I do like how he looks without the mask on. Not sure why. Probably because I can see his face. Also comes with an extra hand that does not have the peg. And, since he has the peg, his shield. And they actually did a pretty good job with his shield this time around. Like, look at that. I do like the, like, blast effects they've got going on. And again, it's just covered in mud. Not really sure where the mud came from. They could have just given us the normal shield and been really lazy about it, but they went the extra mile, which is nice. Overall, for what he is, I think War-Torn Cap is actually pretty decent. So, overall, that was the Marvel Minimates Wave 67, War-Torn Iron Man and War-Torn Captain America. Surprisingly, I liked these figures. Like, when they first announced the actual Civil War figures, I was like, man, something about Iron Man I don't really like. Captain America seems okay. But when they announced the second wave, and they had like these beat-up versions of the main characters, I was like, alright, I kind of like them. I guess because it makes it seem more like a conflict other than like clean figures. I don't know. I guess, if anything, it makes Iron Man look a lot more interesting than this figure. And, I mean, Cap's basically Age of Ultron Cap. So having, like, a different variation that looks kind of different, it's nice. Very nice expressions. Like, I love that they're just so mad. And really, they come back together, so you automatically have the conflict of the movie. So you can have them fight, or you can have them team up. And that is, like, the best thing they could have done. I don't know. It's weird. I'm, like, a really big fan when they put Minimates together that actually can, like, work as a conflict. So, like, you got a hero-villain pairing. That's always awesome, because you got a villain for a hero to fight. And in the case of Civil War, you have two heroes that fight each other. Which, that's nice. I like it. They're not the best figures. Clearly, there should have been more battle damage. Like, no battle damage on the back of their torsos is really lazy. Again, more blood effects. It's really weird of me to say. But like on Tony, you just got some scratches and some black spots. Steve, you just have like this little trickle of like blood that's just black. But I understand these are kids' toys. The box literally says ages 8 and up. So, I understand that they have dirt. And if anything, it's a lot better because in 2012, they did an exclusive set for Amazing Spider-Man that had him and Lizard, like, covered in brown goo. That was a greenish brown. It did not look good. But these, a lot better, and I'll definitely have them replace the standard versions. So, that's all I have to say. Kind of a weird sort of ramble. And again, I bought these figures loose from Luke's Toy Store. Their sale has ended clearly, but I like that I bought these for dirt cheap, because $4 as opposed to $9, that's a good deal for me. Anyway, that's what I think. Let me know what you guys think. Check me out on social media, and did you like the video? Well then rate, comment, subscribe, and like, and I'll see you later.